Yo, what's up, guys? Today we are talking about Pathan. One of the craziest films I've seen this year. I think, that's not too hard because still in January. But man, this is a spoiler-filled review. Okay, I'm gonna comment on the film with the spoiler. So this is a spoiler alert. If you haven't watched the film yet, don't watch this review because it's full of spoilers. Spoiler alert. Okay, I'm gonna speak openly about this. First of all, the movie began with the whole storyline being set. So it's a revenge film. We see the colonel seeking his revenge, or at least, he has 3 years to live, so he wants to destroy India. Basically, that's the idea. Because of the Kashmir, and there are a few political issues that are involved over there. And as always, it's between India and Pakistan. So this is kind of like a recurring story in Indian films, especially spy films, and so they're using that narrative for this film. And there's like a scene where he says that he's not gonna count on God, something like that. So he's gonna call upon the devil, which is horrible to say, but the devil being John Abrahams, which his role is to be very bad, very mean. But he wasn't always mean. He was a good guy. He was, father to be. But, sadly, his story did not turn out as it should have. So his villain backstory was shown in the middle of the film, explaining why he was doing what he was doing. A lot of twists going on with Deepika. She doesn't know where she wants to be. She doesn't know. There's a lot of twists. She's like, oh, I'm good. No, I'm bad. No, I'm India. No, I'm Pakistan. She doesn't know in which side she is. She keeps changing sides. She's a double, triple, quadruple agent. So, clearly the director is using her as a twist. She's also the eye candy of the film, so she is very exposed, and they used her in a lot of sensual moments, seductive moments, and I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. SRK was also very sexualized because of his physique, and they both had a lot of chemistry. And I actually heard like a few women behind me sigh, like, oh, I was like, hey, this is not the place. This is not the place. That's how I felt. It was awkward. I need to wash my ears. In any case, what happened was in the film, she was a double agent. She betrayed him, and then she betrayed John Abrams. She's not wife material. She betrays everyone. But I think the movie had kind of like a good start when the first action scene and the first fight scene was between the hero and the villain. In the very beginning, we saw those two go at it, and it felt like a crazy climax scene. It felt like I was watching the end of the movie before the movie even started. But of course, before they had their encounter, we saw SRK's initial scene. In fact, when we saw the teeth of him smiling in the trailer, we thought it was a cameo. We thought it was Tiger, but we were wrong. That was actually SRK's smile. In any case, his fight scene in the beginning, amazing, incredible. And then they had this helicopter. Bro, that was insane. The helicopter scene, and very exaggerated, but also very entertaining. None of this can be replicated in real life, honestly. Everything you see in this movie is completely exaggerated for your entertainment, and we love it. We do. Um, so when we saw these two, they they really had this amazing villain hero connection, and it felt like I was watching a climax scene in the very beginning. One thing I don't like in any movie, Hollywood, Bollywood, any movie, I don't like it when I feel offended. I feel like it's an insult to my intelligence when the villain walks up to the hero. He can clearly kill him, but he doesn't kill him because the movie would end. So in the very beginning, J. Abraham, Jim, could kill Pathan. He was there, and literally he didn't kill him. And then he said, "Oh, you're going to die," and lit up the car, and didn't stay to see if he actually died. So I don't like that. You could literally kill him, but then you decided that your plan of blowing up the car would work, and then you just turn around and you go away and you don't look back. You don't check if the guy died or not. You know, it just doesn't convince me. I don't like that. In any movie, he could have killed him so many times. Pathan was such an easy target. He could have died in the beginning, in the middle, in the end. At any moment, Pathan could have been killed, but he wasn't killed. I mean, he could have been killed by Jim. He could have been killed by this woman. He could have been killed by anybody, honestly. Even the guys in the train, they could have killed him if we hadn't a special guest save him. So it kind of felt like on one side Pathan was very vulnerable, but on the other side he's very human, and we can associate and relate to him being human. So I think that was not a bad thing. It's like when we watch Jackie Chan films, he's not invincible. He always gets hurt, he gets beat up. But from the very first scene, I thought, Pathan was going to be this incredible, indestructible man. But no, it turns out that he's actually very funny. He's actually, very mid as an agent. But he gets the job done. He does it well. He follows orders. He's not like an anti-hero. He follows his orders. He doesn't go over the top. He's a very good agent, and he's very human. And they actually address this in the movie. They say that SRK's character Pathan is the opposite of Jim, which is John Abrams' character. They actually say that they are the opposites. This man over here follows his heart and doesn't follow orders, while this man over here follows orders. He does it for the country, and this man does it for himself. So this has been addressed in the film. The film has a lot of action, a lot of fight scenes, a lot of CGI, a lot of blue and green screen. Chroma key was used in that, especially in the flying scenes. But hey, I don't see anything bad with the movie. I think it's full of adrenaline. It's a complete adrenaline rush. And you can see that when I'm talking and giving this review, I'm actually really, really energized after watching this film. It was a complete, or the O word, I don't want to say it here. Real O word. It had everything that you want to see. Especially like if you're a macho man who loves action, you're gonna love this movie because it has everything. It has the comedy, it has it has everything. It's basically a Hollywood movie but on steroids. It's just a very good movie, and I can imagine that if you're going with your friends, and that's an amazing experience. I was there alone. There were some aunties, do you call them aunties, behind me, sighing, John Abraham, oh, SRK, sus. So I felt a little bit awkward, but if I had friends around me, I would really enjoy the whole movie thoroughly. It was nice. It was a good movie. Um, one of the one of the most important parts was the Salman Khan entry. You know, so yeah, that was nice, man. I knew he was gonna be in the movie because I read the credits before the movie started. In fact, I think last year on Google it already said that Salman Khan was part of the cast. But this is a very important step towards the multiverse. Well, not multiverse, but um, the cinematic universe, the spy cinematic universe. So we see Tiger, and they talked about someone else. What was his name? Not Durkee, Durley. I don't know. Which he didn't show up, but probably will. And Tiger told him that Tiger needs Pathan, so probably SRK will have a cameo in Tiger 3. So this is so exciting for future films that are coming out, because we're gonna get to see more action spy films. And I don't know if John Abrahams is coming back, because he had a fatal ending. But guys, honestly, this was very action packed. I was not disappointed. I really enjoyed it. It's not for everyone. If you don't like the Fast and the Furious movies, you're not gonna like this movie. And so some of you guys might think it's some parts a little bit cringe, but that's part of the whole essence, especially with these two. They had some moments there that you're like, oh my goodness, you're cringing because of their connection. But it's fun, it's entertaining, it's all in good taste. Or is it? I think it is, probably. There was not even one kiss. So compared to Hollywood movies, this is still very PG-13. So and I appreciate that in Indian cinema. I appreciate keeping it family friendly. There were some emotional scenes, man. The volume of the film and the sound mixing was amazing. So whenever there was a punch, I could feel it in my body. So there's this scene where they all get contaminated by the virus, and they decide to I'm not going to say it because of the the algorithm, but and every time you can feel the sound in your body because it's so loud, and it vibrates. Did that happen to you? And at the same time, you could see and feel the pain of Pathan when that happened. So all in all, I think everything was really well polished. They used many different locations. They filmed in many different locations, which made it so much more exciting. As a person who grew up in Africa, I loved seeing Africa over there. They filmed in Afghanistan. They filmed in Paris. They filmed in London. They filmed all over. There was a lot of things going on. It genuinely felt like I was watching another Mission Impossible film. It felt like that with all Indian cast. At sometimes it felt like I was watching Fortnite. Because of all of the crazy things going on. But as I said, this movie has so many memorable moments, but I can't remember every single one of them because it was overwhelming, and you have to watch it again to get the proper feel of the action. And bro, it's the type of movie that you can talk to your friends for a long time. Oh, do you remember that? Oh, when he came in like that. Oh wow, that fight scene. Oh wow, wow, wow. Oh, the grenade scene, that was funny. He has the grenade. Yeah, what's the problem? I have the pin. That's funny. So I think it's a movie that it does not stay in the cinema. it goes outside the cinema with you and with your friends, and it's a topic that you're going to be talking about in this in school, at work. So you take the movie with you. So it has that essence. And that last phrase, John Abraham, Jim, he said, "Send my best to your country, India." So he doesn't feel like he belongs in India anymore. And then, Pathan, he gives a goosebump dialogue, and this felt very patriotic. So this movie is very patriotic. It has everything you want in a movie, in an action movie. You're not going to get bored unless you're not really invested in the film. But hey, I think the highlight was when Salman Khan arrived, and you could feel the weight when he started stomping on the train, But that was great. It wasn't just a simple cameo. It was a great cameo. It was good. In terms of the virus, I think they could have chosen a different virus. I don't know. They could have made up a virus. I think that would distance it a little bit more from reality. But hey, it's a creative decision. I don't like, myself creatively, I don't like to involve real life traumas with a movie. I would prefer not using that. But as I said, it's a creative decision. But this is the movie that everybody's going to be talking about, at least for a long time. And it had so much, so many stunts, so much action, so much adrenaline. And I feel, right now I feel like all of my energy has gone, talking about this movie. I had like an adrenaline rush, and now my levels are falling. I need to go and lie down and what did I just watch? Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I'll see you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed the movie, and don't take it too seriously. I know that some people are going to say, oh, anti-gravity scenes, oh, anti this, anti that. I know many people are going to say that, but as I said, if you like the Fast and the Furious, you're going to love this movie. It's not to be taken seriously. It's just fun. It's over the top. It's, out there in your face. Bah, you want entertainment? Bah, here's entertainment. Bah, here's another fight scene. Bah, here's an explosion. Bah, here's, a joke. It's just constantly throwing emotions at you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, honest review. And hey, I just told you what I thought. Tell me what you thought. Bye-bye. Take care.